Hey guys, what's up? Ready to go into more of the code. So, as we see, this is the Great Pyramids right here. And if you see these three pyramids, they point to an invisible place right here. There's nothing here, but this point is very special according to the code and the math. So this is the grid vector. So first off, let's establish Giza is the original 0 longitude. Okay, it's not Greenwich, England. That was changed in modern society. In the ancient days, talking at least 10,000 years ago, the Great Pyramid was considered 0 point, and they used the same equator as us, so we don't have to change anything like that. Okay, so right here is 0 point. So we're going east and west from this instead of Greenwich, England, which is about 31 degrees east of the pyramids. So if we look at this grid vector, we see it has multiple values, a lot of which incorporate pi, and this r, which means the radian, which is 360 divided by double pi, which is what these people used a lot to signify the circle, and kind of cuts a few corners in a good way mathematically once you get into that system. So let's see the first example of this grid vector. Multiply it by 3 pi because it has 3 pyramids. Two sets of 3 pyramids showing us this grid vector point of 5577.09618. Multiply by 3 pi and you get the grid longitude of Stonehenge. See, it's 32 degrees 57 minutes 28.817 seconds west of Giza, okay, which multiplies to 52,562.89164. It's the exact same numbers by the decimal. And this is what it is in the original, or in the current prime meridian. It's only like 1 degree 49 minutes away from Greenwich, England, because obviously Stonehenge is in England. Now we see 2 sets of these 3, so that's 2 pi, which is actually the square root of the volume of a sphere using the radian mathematics. So 4 pi times the radian squared, the radian cubed, all divided by 3 is the volume of a sphere, this long number. He goes into that in more detail, but we'll keep going here. And then divide the grid vector of this point by 2 radian, 2r. And the radian is, once again, 360 divided by double pi, which is about 57.295. Okay? And then you happen to get the radius of Stonehenge, 48,669,3441. Same thing. Crazy, huh? We're just using the same number. He didn't pull these numbers out of anywhere. The radian was well established. I'm just going through this part specifically. We'll go over that in another video. Okay, so grid vector divided by 2 radian is the radius of Stonehenge in feet. Okay, this is a square foot. It's another important concept. And then if we multiply by the square root of 15, because the Stonehenge, the inner blocks, the shoe horse shape had 15 blocks, we get the grid latitude of Stonehenge that showed us the number 15. See right here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So the square root of that 15 is 21,600, which reveals the position of Stonehenge on Earth. What? And then multiply it by 6 pi, because it's obviously 6 pyramids are giving us this point. And we have 105, 125.783. What's that one? Well, that's the grid longitude of the Sinsun Pyramid in Mexico, the largest pyramid ever. Like, we need to get more images of this. I'm not going to do it in this video, but you got to Google the images stuff. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, 6 pi gives us Panther Mound. 2 radian gives us the radius of Stonehenge. 3 pi gives us the longitude of Stonehenge. Square root of 15 gives the latitude of Stonehenge. I mean, these are all connected. And then just divided by 360, which is the grid vector of the pyramid itself, we get 15.4919. What's that? Well, the entire city of Teotihuacan, Mexico, where those pyramids are, the Sun Pyramid, like we went into, is on an azimuth, an angle of 15.4919 degrees. Okay, so Mexico's tied to Egypt's tied to England. We're the ones who separated society now. These guys were all connected. We're the ones right now living in the beast system. That's another video. And lastly, pi to the cube, we get the grid longitude of Panther Mound, another huge monument. That's not the best picture, but yeah, it's the truth. I mean, that's what it is. Okay? Isn't that interesting? Just this one single point is revealing Stonehenge 3 times at least. This Teotihuacan city, which has the sun pyramids, grid longitude of Sinsunsan pyramid, and the grid longitude of Panther Mound. I mean, it's all connected, y'all. I don't even know if I should keep going. Okay, I'll keep going. So yeah, Giza is the original prime meridian 0 point, not Greenwich, England. Right here, as all these other monuments confirm. If we look at the Earth's circumference, or the equatorial circumference of Earth, 24,901.54558 square miles. Okay, well, what's the tangent of that? It's the cube root of double pi. Doesn't that sound cool, just saying cube root of double pi? Yeah, I'm dorky. So the tangent of that is something we need to look at, because in previous videos we showed they did know tangents. And here's my tangent about tangents. Take that tangent that we got from the circumference of the friggin' Earth, and Earth is round once again, let's get that straight, it's not flat. Raise it to the 9th power to get Stonehenge, 248. Oh, wait, no, it's not Stonehenge. Just keep that number in your mind. Sorry, it has to do with something I just can't remember right now. And so take that grid vector of 360 and multiply it by 2 pi cube, or the cube of double pi, okay? Which is what we got here. Sorry, that's what 248 is. The cube of double pi. So anyway, this tangent we got from the circumference of Earth is 2 pi cubed. That's already kind of weird when we raise it to the 9th power. That's just interesting in itself. But you multiply it by 360, which is, you know, the circular code system we've been working with the whole time. You get 89,298, which of course hides the position of the north face pyramid, 29 degrees, 58 minutes, 53 seconds. That multiplies to 89,298. And notice how it's not the apex. We'll get to that. This is just the north face of the pyramid. This is clue number 1. Okay? So the tangent of the circumference of the Earth raised to the 9th power times 360 equals equals the position of the north face of the pyramid. It seems like a couple jump ropes, loops, and turns, but it's legit, y'all. We're just dumb. It seems like a lot, but this is normal for these folks. We're the dumb ones. We're in the caveman days and the dark ages, not them. This is the Atlantean golden age, okay? We're in the end times now, folks. We had our chance. Okay, so anyway, you got that number. Now, what is the most important number in astronomy? Space and time. Precession of the equinox, in our perspective at least, which is, of course, 25,920 years. Well, divide precession divided by the circumference of the Earth, you get this value, 1.040899.245. Well, let's take that grid longitude we just found with the tangent, the 89,298 that we just found, and divide it by that number that we just got from precession and the Earth. You get the apex, y'all. You get the grid longitude of the actual pyramid, you know, north of the equator, y'all. It's 29 degrees, 58 minutes, 51.0043 seconds north of the equator. Guess what? By getting the values of the circumference of the Earth, which you have to know if you're gonna be calculating the equator. So they knew the equator, they knew precession of the equinox, and they hit it twice. The north face of the pyramid is the circumference of the Earth and all that stuff. And then combining that with precession of the equinox is the actual apex point of the pyramid, y'all. And of course, up and down is 0 because that's the 0 prime meridian. But this is 29 degrees north of the equator down here. Anyway, that's math. But it's all the thing about me is I like my math to have spiritual implications, and I like my spirituality to have logical deductions, you know, that go towards that. I like how my screen changes every 5 minutes or something. I think it's every 30 minutes. Yeah, I likes it too. Okay, y'all. That's it for today. Take it easy.